I'm so sorry, this is terrible news, obviously.
Disturbing details have just leaked about the legendary comedian Bernie Mac. Now, what really happened to the man who made us laugh till we cried and some of us peed in our pants a little bit? I ain't naming names. Now stay tuned as we uncover the shocking truth behind his untimely death. Today, we're here to take a look into the enigmatic life and tragic end of Bernie Mac, a comedy legend whose laughter masked a world of pain and some secrets. From Hollywood pressures to personal battles, the untold story behind a man who brought joy to millions. Join me today as we do a deep dive into Bernie Mac. Bernard Jeffrey McCullough, or as we all know him, Bernie Mac, was born on October 5th, 1957 in Chicago, Illinois. Now, growing up in the tough neighborhoods of Chicago's South Side wasn't easy. Bernie faced a lot of challenges, especially after losing his mom to breast cancer when he was just 16. Then, not too long after that, his dad and brother also passed away, leaving him to deal with a lot of grief on his own. But Bernie found a strong way to cope with these emotions through his comedy. From a young age, he realized that making people laugh was his true calling.
What to do and how to do it. And she had in a letter, don't worry about Bernie. Bernie's gonna pass everybody.
Comedy became his escape from the pain and struggles that he faced. Now, he started performing at local clubs and social gatherings, quickly becoming known for his bold and raw humor that really resonated with a lot of people. Bernie's big break came when he appeared on HBO's Def Comedy Jam. Now, his fearless and authentic comedic style really set him apart from other comedians. This dude wasn't just telling jokes, he was sharing his life, his struggles, and his victories with an honesty that really captivated audiences. Now, this breakthrough led to appearances on popular shows and movies, including the iconic Ocean's 11 series and his own hit, The Bernie Mac Show. The Bernie Mac Show wasn't just another sitcom. Now, it was groundbreaking. It showcased Bernie's unique perspective and comedic genius, earning critical and commercial success. The show brought him multiple awards and solidified his place as a comedic icon too. But behind all the laughter and all the accolades, Bernie was battling immense pressures and health issues that very few people knew about. Now, his journey to stardom was filled with challenges, but his talent and determination made him a beloved figure in comedy. Now, even though Bernie was a huge success in public, he faced a lot of pressure behind the scenes. Hollywood's demanding schedule really took a toll on his health. Bernie was diagnosed with sarcoidosis, a rare lung disease that made it hard for him to keep up with his intense work schedule. Now, friends said that he often felt overworked and underappreciated by Hollywood, which seemed to care more about profits than the dude's well-being. While filming Ocean's 11, Bernie's health issues started to get worse. The relentless pace and pressure to perform only made things even harder for him. Friends and colleagues have shared that Bernie would confide in him about the immense stress that he was feeling. Now, he often said that it felt like he was being worked to death and that the industry's demands were pushing him to his limits. Despite all of his outward success, Bernie was struggling greatly behind the scenes. Now, tragically, Bernie's health continued to decline, and in 2008, he passed away from complications related to pneumonia at the age of 50. But there's whispers in Hollywood to suggest that there's more to this story. Friends and colleagues have come forward, claiming that the relentless demands of Hollywood played a big role in Bernie's untimely death. Now, Cat Williams, a fellow comedian, shocked fans by revealing that those who profited from Bernie's success actually resented him.
I've always been aware of who was funnier than me. I've just also been aware of who wasn't. So now I know the real Bernie Mac stories, and I know that the people that made money off Bernie Mac didn't like him.
Now, he claimed that Bernie was not just a comedic king, but also a pawn in a much darker game, dealing with hidden pleasures and unspoken demands that took a heavy toll on his health. Now, Cat's revelation made people think twice about the true circumstances surrounding Bernie's death. After all, he wasn't the only celebrity or person associated with a celebrity that died of complications due to pneumonia. Now, Doug Williams, another close friend, shared emotional stories about Bernie's last days. He described how Bernie fought valiantly against the illness.
I asked him, when are you going to do stand-up again? And I remember him saying, I really would like to do it, but I can't take a chance of getting sick. A common cold takes me 2-3 weeks to get over, and it could transition into something worse.
While trying to meet Hollywood's relentless demands, Bernie's refusal to compromise his principles, even when it meant standing up against powerful industry forces, left him feeling isolated and overburdened. Despite his public success, he faced a lot of challenges that most people just never saw or thought about. Now, Bernie Mac's struggles weren't just professional. His personal life was equally turbulent. Friends like Reginald Ballard, who played Bruh Man on Martin, shared some touching stories about Bernie's dedication to his work and the toll that it took on his health. Now, they revealed that Bernie often pushed himself way too hard, working on multiple projects at once and sacrificing his health to meet the industry's demands.
And we played some golf, and after that, he started doing, the movies and stuff. He had time, to golf like that no more, man, because he was working constantly, man, with Oceans, Guess Who, and Mr. 3000, all that stuff, man. He was just back to back to back, man.
Bernie's dedication to his craft was unmatched, but it came at a really high cost. Now, he wanted to give his all to his audience, but the pressures and demands of Hollywood was just way too unforgiving. The relentless pace, combined with all of his health issues, ultimately overwhelmed him. Friends and colleagues remember Bernie as a fighter who gave everything for his passion, even when it meant risking his own health. Despite his declining health, Bernie Mac never wavered in his commitment to his craft. He continued to perform and make people laugh, even as his body struggled to keep up. Now, his resilience and dedication was truly remarkable, but they came at a great cost. In an interview on Vlad TV, Cat Williams didn't just spill the tea, he unleashed a tsunami of gossip that sent shockwaves through Hollywood. Now, according to Cat, the moguls who cashed in on Bernie's success apparently couldn't stand him and resented the man who brought laughter to millions across the world. Now, the pressures that Bernie faced wasn't just physical, but it was emotional and psychological as well. He often felt that Hollywood was more accommodating to his co-stars, such as Brad Pitt, than it ever was to him. Now, there was instances where production schedules was adjusted for other stars, but not for Bernie, even though he was dealing with serious health issues. Now, this disparity in treatment added to the stress and frustration that he felt, contributing to his overall decline. Damon Williams, another comedian and friend, recalled intimate conversations with Bernie, where he warned about the dark side of Hollywood. Bernie hinted at the compromises that many aspiring black men might have to make to succeed in the industry. He spoke about the importance of staying true to oneself and not rushing into Hollywood without first establishing a strong foundation. These conversations revealed Bernie's deep understanding of the industry's complexities and his desire to protect and guide others through it. Now, the tensions didn't end there. Bernie's infamous feud with Steve Harvey added another layer to his life. The two comedy giants, both alpha males, often clashed behind the scenes with bruised egos and power struggles that could rival any soap opera drama. This tension was so real that it stopped any chance of a sequel to the original Kings of Comedy tour. And that was a project that had the potential to further solidify everybody's legacy. As Bernie's health continued to deteriorate, he remained a fighter. Now, he'd always been a resilient person, pushing through adversity with a smile and a joke. But the relentless pressures of Hollywood, combined with his health issues, ultimately just overwhelmed him. Bernie Mac passed away on August 9, 2008, but the whispers and speculations about the true causes of his death have kept this Hollywood mystery alive and kicking. Reflecting on Bernie Mac's life and legacy, we find ourselves immersed in the timeless brilliance of an American comedian who had a profound impact on the world of entertainment. His observational comedy, delivered with authenticity and raw honesty, addressed societal issues through the lens of laughter. Now, Bernie Mac's legacy ain't confined to one particular era. It resonates in the hearts of his beloved fans and echoes through the annals of comedy history. Bernie Mac's laughter will forever be a vibrant thread, weaving its way through the fabric of our collective memory. At the time of his passing, Bernie had a net worth of $10 million, widely believed to have been inherited by his daughter, Janice McAuliffe. In a recent post, she thanked Cat Williams for celebrating her dad, expressing utmost appreciation and respect for giving Bernie his props and flowers genuinely.
Utmost appreciation and respect for giving my dad his props and his flowers. And I felt like it was genuine. There are some people who have given, my dad his flowers now that he's dead that I'm looking at like, you know, doggone well, he wasn't doing that when he was alive.
Her heartfelt message highlighted how much Bernie meant to those who knew him and loved him. Despite the struggles that he faced and the pressures that weighed him down, Bernie Mac left behind a legacy of joy, resilience, and unfiltered honesty. He's another perfect example of how we see that laughter often masks the pain and struggles going on behind the scenes. Y'all still see this comedy legend the same way after this? Make sure you share your thoughts in the comments section down below. And until next time, keep exploring the truths hidden in the shadows of Hollywood.